What happened is, or what happened was, that YouTube will not let him stream for whatever reason, for whatever technical reason. So I deleted that. I deleted that live. So if you saw that live and you commented in it, uh, you're the only person that knows it exists. No one else that sees this in the future will know what I'm talking about. Like I said, why that happened, I don't know. But it would not let him stream. So I had to abandon it. We tried for like literally this entire hour. Pretty sure you guys could see that I was like on here at 6 o'clock. So, anyways, now I'm just gonna do a regular stream um, until my wife gets home. Not quite as exciting. Not quite as exciting, my friends. Oh, my back. Oh. So, anyways, I'll wait till other people come in here before I give another explanation about whatever just happened. YouTube kind of sucks, bro. What's up, Planet Moolah? As you probably saw, I was here at 6 o'clock, and I was gonna have a cool stream for you. I was gonna get my friend in Colombia to come out here, speak a little bit of English and Spanish, answer some questions about Colombia, about whatever. But YouTube was like not allowing him to join the stream. Like it was literally saying like specifically him, like you're not allowed to get on. And we tried a lot of different stuff for like an entire hour, basically, up to this point. And then I just said, you know what, bro? We'll do it another day. So it was neither one of our faults. It was YouTube's fault. Don't know why YouTube was doing that today. Um, yeah, I'll figure it out before the next time I try. I'll do a test run next time, and I'll figure it out. It would have been cool though. Would have been a cool live. So I basically just wasted an hour. Could have been just doing a regular live stream like this for the past hour. But I was trying to figure that out, man. And I didn't figure it out. Not today, my friend. Not today. But yeah, YouTube is racist towards Colombians. They might be, man. They weren't feeling it, man. They weren't feeling it. You seen my buddy made a new video? Who? Shouted me out. Who made a video and shouted me out? Did I miss something? Cause now I feel bad. Somebody shouted me out and I didn't even see it. Mike? Mike Ben? Hold on a second. Let me go look. What? 5 hours ago? Bro, I didn't even know he made that video. Now I gotta watch that when I get off here. How do you know when you're fluent in Spanish or any language? I'm fluent now. Ooh, interesting. Let me see the comments. That's the best definition of fluency I've heard. This is so inspiring. Sounds like it was a good video. I'll watch it later. No, I didn't even know about that. Thanks for telling me. I mean, I'm sure I would have seen it eventually, but I definitely did not know that video existed. And I wonder what he shouted me out for or what he said. Hopefully, he said, thanks, Jalen, for getting me inspired to make another video for the people. Nah, I'm happy that he made another video. That's good. It's been a while since he made one, so. Whew. What you up to over there, Planet Moolah? Every time I read your name, I want to go Planet Moolah. Yeah, he was just saying toward the end of the video that you and him are going to PR. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, that'll be a good trip. Be a good trip. Um, yeah, but what you up to, man? What's going on over there? What's the weather like? Is the sun still out? Still out here. I got the AC off again for YouTube live purposes, so you might start seeing some sweat come through this shirt. Now he considers himself fluent. Mike's a super humble dude. I don't know how much you've seen in his channel, but like he was fluent a long time ago. I don't know if he said he just now considers himself fluent, but he was fluent a long time ago, in my opinion. But usually, kind of like I was saying about the Dunning Kruger effect, people that know how much there is out there tend to feel that they're not doing enough or that they haven't achieved enough. It's not exactly imposter syndrome, but yeah, like I said, you get to a point where you're just like, you know what? I can't call myself fluent. Like I've seen what other people can do. I've heard what native speakers can do, and like you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'd rather not call myself fluent. You know what? I have conversations, and that's what I'd rather say. I'm actually thinking of watching Mike's first iTalki video to see what he was talking about with the guy. From what I remember, his very first one was not very eventful, but that is me looking back. You might find it interesting. I think it was interesting in perspective. Once you see how far he came, it's like, yo, he was really here on his first conversation. That's crazy. But as a conversation itself, I don't know that you'll get so much out of it. And also, you guys live completely different lives. So you can watch it and get some ideas, but I think you would be better off just like just talking because like I said, your life's completely different. You know, I can ask Mike what his job is and what he did today, and none of those answers are going to be the same for you. But I get it, like for a general flow of conversation, like what would I talk about, you could do that. But again, I think this guy llegué. Me jodiste, bro. Me jodiste. So just freestyle. Yeah, just freestyle, man. Just freestyle. Lástima que no pude estar en la transmisión. Hey, ¿qué podemos hacer, bro? ¿Qué podemos hacer? But yeah, Planet Moolah, just freestyle. Just talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. Like I said, the conversation will reveal the things that you can't talk about anyway. So you might have all these ideas of things that you want to talk about, but when the person asks you a question, you might not be able to talk about it anyways. And you won't be able to predict everything that he's going to ask you because you don't know what he or she is interested by. You might have like an interesting idea in your head and you might say one word that like gets them talking about that. Like, oh, what's that? I never heard of that before. And it's the most basic thing ever to you. And so the conversation can go in a completely different direction. But Planet Moolah, Wilmer, is right here. He's not in the chat, but he's in the chat. If you want to ask him anything, he speaks English, so you could ask him what he could, what you should expect or something like that. And if you want, like I said, he's right here. You could schedule something with him, or get his information and schedule it later. I already showed you his Instagram, but yeah. Did I make videos of my convos with him? Not our earliest convos. I was way too embarrassed to record stuff when we first started talking. But later I did record like I like the kind of interview style I do right now, like the interview stuff. I did some interviews with him about weightlifting. And I think one time we talked about his job, but it was like, yeah, it was obviously like not at the level that I can talk right now, but it was still, I think, a decent interviewing. Does Mike have IG? Yeah, it's like Mike Ben Spanish, I think, but he doesn't really get on there either. So you'll be better off catching him on YouTube. Wilmer, ¿qué haces? ¿Todavía estás aquí o no? How did y'all meet? Me and who? Oh, um, it's a bit of a long story, man. We both do Olympic weightlifting, or did. I still do it, but he's done now. But he's like a multi-time champion. He's super good at weightlifting, so I had followed him already, and I don't remember exactly how we started talking, but like I said, during the pandemic, I was like, you know what, like their government isn't really helping them that much, and I could help him if, and he could help me. So I just started talking to him that way. We used to talk before, but it wasn't very deep conversation because I couldn't speak Spanish. So, bro, ese tipo Planet Mula quiere aprender español. Hey, Carlos Crazy, ¿qué más, bro? Hey, Will, Carlos es costeño, bro. And Will es de Cali. Acaba de llegar aquí, todo bien, todo bien, todo bien. ¿Qué significa transmisión? Transmission, like the video. I think I might have told you this before, but a lot of words that maybe we consider like fancy are like the regular words in Spanish. So there's, you know, a lot more words like that that you'll hear, and you'll be like, "Oh, I know that word." It's almost the same in English, but not quite. Oh, there's my wife right there. What's up, bud? Will messed up the live stream. Huh? I'm already on live. Oh my god. You're so crazy, dude. How long am I gonna stay on tonight? I don't know. My wife's about to get us food, so until food's ready. Don't know how long that's gonna take, but you probably got at least what, 20, 30 minutes left? For sure. At least 20, maybe 30. Depends on where the food's coming from. Uh-uh. Yeah, we got at least 30 probably. You're the one that likes being outside. You can be outside if you want. ¿Qué hora es aquí?
¿Es Will?
Las 7. Yeah.
Will, hola, ¿cómo estás? Me contaron que eres viejito y que no sabes usar YouTube. ¿Eh? ¿Eh? ¿Dónde andas? A ver.
He'll reply eventually.
Ay, no sabes escribir tampoco. No, no te preocupes, ahorita vamos a viajar y te enseño.
He always said hola, Alexa.
Alexa. A ver lo que dice. El muñeco te manda saludos. He's taking too long.
No.
Alright, adiós.
He says culpa de la App Store.
Why doesn't he have it downloaded?
Carlos, ¿de dónde eres? ¿De qué parte de la costa? No, no se escucha. Okay, Will, ¿lo ves? I'll be able to live stream with Will tomorrow. I don't know, man. That's a question for Will. Because he has to figure out YouTube, you know. So he's kind of old, man. No soy tan costeño, bro. Eres muy costeño. Y hablas muy rápido, bro. Dang, whole chat full of Colombians. Planet Moolah, you're the only one here that's not Colombian, bro. How do you feel? And Planet Moolah, you got 2 native Spanish speakers in the chat right now. You can practice typing and asking them whatever you want while they're still here. It feels weird today. No, it's not weird. It's not weird. You're just transforming. You're transforming into a Latino, bro. Carlos, I watched your video today, man. That was cool. I liked it. Where was that guy? Where was he from? Was he in Austin? I know he's from Colombia, but like, where was he at in Texas? He teaches Spanish in Austin, right? Was it Austin? Why you feel weird? No, bro, creo que se siente raro porque toda la gente aquí habla español y él está aprendiendo todavía, pero Jalen, ¿qué? Invite him to what, bro? He's not about to get on here. Is that what you're talking about? Bro, he's not about to get on here, bro. No, no lo haría, bro. Bromeando. Oh, that's hombre, bro. That's hombre. But yeah, joking is bromeando. The biggest burger. Give me the biggest burger. Some kind of barbecue burger, brisket or something. Well, Hey, my guy. I was just thinking about you, man. I was thinking I was thinking about hitting you up. I don't know if you still go to LA Fitness, but I got like the next I don't know. I don't go back to work until Thursday because of the holidays and stuff. I was gonna see if you were gonna be at LA Fitness. I like to go there and hit the sauna and stuff, so I was gonna drop in and say hi. Veggie burger? Hell nah, bro. I like to eat. No garlic and a lot of tomato and onion. Eh. Will, ¿tienes algunos consejos, bro? Planet Mula va a tener su primera clase en iTalki mañana, en la mañana. Mañana de la mañana. Y tiene mucho miedo, bro. Haven't been in a while. Just go to PLU and walk the campus. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know if you still went or not. I pretty much never go anymore. I go on Sundays sometimes, and you know, like I said, to Monday or Wednesday will be my first time going on a weekend in a really long time. So if you were there, I was gonna stop by at the same time you go. But see you here, just as good. Just like to check up on you, man. Make sure you're doing good. We haven't talked in a long time, so. Carlos, mamá, te chocó. Ah, sí, lo sabía. Por eso me enseñaste de la palabra mondá. Me encanta esa palabra, mondá. Planet Moolah, you need to talk some more. Normally you're so talkative, and now you don't want to talk. You could be asking them questions in Spanish right now. Actually, you could be asking them questions in English. They speak both languages, but you can learn anything that you want to learn right now about language learning from these two guys, these professional guys. One is an English teacher, one is a Spanish teacher. Take care, give your family my best. You too, man. And yeah, shoot me a text every once in a while, man. Let me know you're alive, doing well. Give me an update, and I'll do the same. But it was good to hear from you, Kelly. Mi lugar favorita de Colombia es Santa Marta, Barranquilla, Cartagena, Bogotá, Medellín. Wait, you been to Colombia before? You never told me that. I didn't know that. And when you went to those places, did you speak English or did you speak Spanish? Sí, ha viajado bastante, bro. I spoke English. Oh, okay. But you liked it though. You liked all those places that you went to. What did you like about Santa Marta, bro? Like what was so cool about it? It's near a national park that is beautiful and it's a small town vibe. Yeah, I've heard that. Heard it's cool for like I guess like the beach and surfing and stuff like that. So no came I could. Rolando, we got two people in here from Colombia right now, Wilmer and Carlos. So they are born and raised in Colombia, but they speak both languages. Here's your time to start a Mexican versus Colombian war right now, baby. Say anything you want to say. And as far as Planet Moolah, oh, you know what you need to do, Planet Moolah? Tell Will about how you wanted to travel to Venezuela, because Will has some feelings about Venezuela. Wilmer, ¿qué piensas de Venezuela, bro? Pero dinos en inglés, para que Planet Moolah entienda. Saludos, mi gente. Soy Pocho. I feel like, do other people besides Mexicans say Pocho? I actually don't know. Like, I know what that means just because I'm around so many Mexicans, like at the boxing gym and stuff. Colombia's in the building. I've been told from others that Venezuela is a very beautiful country, but un poco peligroso. Dangerous is right, my friend. It is a little bit dangerous. A little bit. I know what pocho is, but I'm asking, do other people use that word outside of, because like like usually like derogatory terms are used within a group of people, like the N word or something. Like you're not really, like obviously a lot of people use that, right? But if you think of it, you're like, yeah, that's this group of people that uses the N word because it's a derogatory term or a positive term, whatever, however you want to look at it within that group of people. So I wonder, do other people actually ever say that? Hey, I did not say that Will doesn't like Venezuela. I never said that. I never said that. I said he has some strong feelings about Venezuela. Could be positive, could be negative, could be a lot of stuff. But I'll let him tell you himself. I don't know. He might want to be politically correct. He might not want to do it here. But if you ever have a private conversation with him, I already know Carlos. Carlos is too politically correct. He's not gonna say nothing. I feel like he probably doesn't actually have strong feelings about Venezuelans, but if he did, I already know he wouldn't say it in here. But I know what Will thinks, and I don't think he'll say it in here. Not too bad, not too bad, but there's a time and a place for everything. But I will say, like, when you have direct interactions with people, um, I thought those countries were like brothers. Well, that's what I was just about to say. When you have direct interactions with people, when you're right next to someone, that's gonna you're gonna have a relationship. Who views it as positive, who views it as negative, it just kind of depends. I would say it's the same thing with the United States and Mexico, right? Would you say that we're like brothers just because we're right next to each other? Or is there a certain attitude that a decent amount of Americans have towards Mexican immigrants? It's two sides. There's one group of people that feel like this. There's another group of people that probably feel the exact opposite. So, uh, I would say U.S. and Canada as brothers. Yeah, I would say that. More like more like distant cousins. It's like we don't have problems, but like also don't know. Canada's so different than us. Like, it's a very political answer, Carlos. I like it. I feel like Carlos could be a politician. I feel like he's gonna be a mayor one day. Us and Mexico are like long distance cousins. Yeah. See, I guess the other thing too is like how you view family, because like how you view your cousins or brothers could be totally different. So we could be thinking of it differently. Some people are like, F my siblings, I don't want to talk to them anymore. Some people are like, I'll do anything for my siblings. So, either Will's scared or he's exited the chat. I don't know which one, but I'm guessing we're not going to get an answer out of him about Venezuela. But I like Carlos's answer. I feel like that about most countries. I feel like anything that's usually happening that's bad in a country, it's it's because bad things have happened there, right? And it's not necessarily the people's fault. They're just trying to make the best out of a situation. So I get along with Venezuelans. Actually, one of the guys who worked for me is from there. It's because I was like, you just gonna play that? What was I about to say? Oh yeah. So yeah, I feel like that kind of about everything, but there's definitely Hold on, let me read this. I read an article that Mexicans in Mexico City don't like Americans coming to Mexico City and gentrifying it, but then I think to myself that the U.S. gets a ton of Mexican people coming to our country all the time. I would say those situations aren't the same though, because all right, think of it like this: those people that are going to Mexico City, they're not going there because they have no option. They're going there and they're raising the prices of everything. And more than likely, they're probably not even assimilating to the culture, right? So I watched a TikTok where this guy was talking. He was a Mexican dude. Like he lives in Mexico, and he was just saying like, basically like this is how it is when you go to a restaurant. And he was just like, if you speak Spanish, and this is in Mexico, they don't even want to serve you because you can't tip as much as an American can. You know what I mean? And so that kind of situation ends up kind of screwing over that population. Whereas like the flip side of that, here, if someone immigrates here, however they do, they don't come here and outprice you. They don't come here and like pay $4,000 for the apartment space instead of the $2,000 you pay and get you pushed out of there. They're like trying to survive. And if you try to go to the next issue and you say, oh, well, they take jobs for this amount of money, it's like the employers are the ones that are doing that. So again, it's still not the people's fault. They're making the best out of the situation. They're trying to get money how they can. But like he just said, the U.S. citizens are middle class and they want to live like they're rich. So they're going somewhere else, living crazy, and making it hard for everyone else to live there, which is, like I said, not exactly the same situation as here. Regardless of how you feel about it, it doesn't really matter if you feel positive or negatively. It's just not. It's not the same situation.
Hey, is this seaweed on the table?
Yeah. They can either be middle class in the U.S. or they can live like kings in their U.S. dollars in Mexico. Yeah, for sure. It's tough to live here, man. Especially depending on where you live at. Like I said, like Washington is expensive, bro. Like it's expensive. So, how far did you say the food was?
I literally just ordered like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not gonna make it. I need a snack.
do hate me.
Huh?
I said, so you do hate me.
You want some salad?
No.
Okay. We out here eating seaweed salad and rice.
Most of them don't even try to learn Spanish. Yeah. I've heard, man. I keep up with a little bit of that stuff. Like I said, I feel like TikTok is like real current, just because it's like so many young people, and it's like a daily update kind of thing. So I see a lot of those issues on there. Like this, the same kind of thing is happening in Medellin too. Like lots of people are complaining about Americans there, and it's not because they're there. It's because of what they're doing there. It's because they're going there, not speaking Spanish, wanting to be catered to, wanting to blah blah blah. Like, yeah, if you go somewhere and uproot someone's culture and their way of life, they're not gonna just like be like, oh, that's cool. Like, nah, bro. So. She over there smacking.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is good. I'm gonna see it salad.
Let's see what time I'm at. I'm at 36 minutes. I can make it to an hour. Retirees have been going to Mexico for decades. The elderly have not really been a problem. It's those damn hipsters. Yeah, I was just at this party like 2 weeks ago, and this dude told me he retired. I forgot what he said. I can't remember where he said he retired at in Mexico. But he's been there for like 20 years, and he just comes back up here for whatever. And that's basically what he said too. He said he'd be chilling, man. But he probably like doesn't go out of his way causing any problems. He didn't really speak Spanish, but like I said, it's probably not causing any trouble either. And that's what I was really saying. Like, it's a bunch of factors. It's not even just one thing. It's like, it's not that you moved here. It's not the paying extra high prices for stuff. It's not this. It's not that. It's literally all that stuff. You go there, you don't speak the language, you mess up the economy, you this. Like, of course you're going to piss people off. Planet Mula says she's smashing that bowl.
Did he?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, bro. That shit is hella loud. What are you talking about?
Hey, okay. Yo, leave me alone. Y'all can just act like you don't hear me. Rude.
Anyways.
Your mic's too good.
I don't think it's the mic. It's off topic, but I read a story about two kids in Seattle robbing a 7-Eleven and killing the cashier. Do you think parents should be held accountable and serve time for their kids' actions or not? Nah, that's crazy, man. If you didn't do something to directly influence it, you can't go to jail for that. But I do think, like, and this is probably maybe, I don't know, maybe this isn't so controversial, but like when those like little kids do shootings, like when fifth graders get a hold of their parents' gun and go do a shooting at their school or something, you definitely should get in trouble for that. Cause like, how did the kid get the gun? Like, I feel like that's not any different than like vehicular homicide or something, like where it's like you didn't necessarily try to hurt somebody, but like you're kind of so stupid that you should get in trouble for it. So Axel was about to say something. What?
I don't agree with that.
She said she doesn't agree with it, but we said we do not care. What?
Kids be getting into anything.
Yeah, but if you have okay, if I have a bomb, I don't know, this is extreme. If I have a bomb and all it takes is a pin pulling to blow it up, I'm gonna make sure that the kid literally cannot get to it. You know what I mean? Like,
Nobody should have a bomb. People are allowed to have guns in this country.
Yeah, you're allowed to have guns that you can lock up and make sure your kid can't get to it.
Kids are just stupid. You can't control kids' actions.
You can by not allowing them to have access to the gun. So that's how you know she was stealing guns when she was a kid. She's trying to defend herself right now.
I just feel like kids are just dumb.
Yeah, and you have to be smarter than them. That's what I'm saying. It's like the same thing with alcohol or anything. Like if you,
badass kids in this world.
all right, well then you shouldn't be leaving a gun where that badass kid can get it. That's what I'm saying. That's just like, to me, that's like anything else. Curfews, whatever. Like you can't just be like, you know what, kids are bad. Like you can't like try to make them stay in the house. They can just sneak out. Well, it's like, yeah, they can. They're gonna have to try real hard to do it. Bad kids defending other bad kids.
Bro, you married me.
Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna make sure that any guns that we have, obviously, I'm gonna have to secure them because she's just like, whatever, kids get a hold of AK-47s and shoot people all the time. Yeah, the Uvalde parent definitely should have served time. Oh yeah, that was, huh?
They agree with me?
No one's gonna agree with you. Have I been watching international soccer? Definitely not. Like roughly keeping up with it, but I have not been watching it. Mexico selection is trash. It's upsetting. I'm definitely not watching Mexico, but I did see. Was it last night? Did they win last night? Did they play yesterday? I saw somebody celebrating, or maybe they were like cope celebrating. Maybe they lost and they were just saying like, "Viva Mexico." But it seemed like they were celebrating to me. But yeah, anyways, like I said, regardless of what she said, yeah, I think there's levels to culpability and safety. They beat Haiti. I would hope so. I feel like Haiti good at soccer. What was that green stuff she was eating? It was seaweed. It was a kelp shake. They celebrate like they won the World Cup. Oh yeah, they're trash for that.
If you're not hyping yourself up, who's gonna hype you up? Y'all some haters.
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Axel should do her own live sometime. No, she shouldn't. She doesn't know how to do a live. She would be so boring. She could sit right here and do the live for the next 15 minutes if she wants to.
I would be great because I'm great at everything I do. Let's start there.
Do you want to take the seat? You can sit here for 15, 20 minutes and.
Okay, I'll show you. I can do this.
Okay, don't knock it off.
I won't knock it off. What are we talking about? Who do we got here? We got Rolando. We got Planet Moolah. I will give Axa credit. She has a lot of confidence, you know. I agree. I do have a lot of confidence. But I will say, there was a point in time where I had like zero confidence. I had to really build my confidence, and I learned that it just comes through conquering hard stuff in life. And I had to get over a lot of hard shit in life. So there's that. And that's why I have a lot of confidence now. So now my goal is to help other people find a ton of confidence, because it's nice living with a lot of confidence. So yeah. I don't mind rooting for Mexico. Who got you into lifting weights? So, I don't know if you guys know, but I wrestled in high school, and because I was a wrestler and I wanted to be good at wrestling, I had to lift weights. It just helps a ton when you're stronger in any kind of sport you're in, especially combat sport. So I would say wrestling, and then I guess a follow-up would be who got you into wrestling. My siblings wrestled. I'm the youngest of 6 kids. So, yeah, I had to fucking fight my whole life. And I got my ass kicked by my siblings. So I had to learn some shit. You were born in Guatemala or Seattle? Neither. I was born in Los Angeles, the city of the angels. It's pretty basic for any immigrant family. Everyone's basically born in LA. But then we were born in East. Oh, I was born in East LA, not my family. Um, and there was so much gang violence that we had to like dip out that area because it was crazy. Y el tatuaje? Which one? I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. I got some other ones. Which one? Let me know which one. Nice. Your parents spoke Spanish when you were a kid, and that's how you learned? Yes, yes. My parents are immigrants. My parents learned English when they came here. They speak fairly well now. I mean, they still have their hiccups here and there. But yes, I communicate with my parents in Spanish.
Yeah, tell them about the you weird shit. That's my favorite.
Left arm tattoo. My phoenix. Yes, I fucking love this shit. Get out the way, Mike. Yes, this. Oh, I should have just done this. That would have been easier. Whew. Show my muscles. Okay. It's a. I got it in 2017. If you're familiar with Greek mythology, a phoenix rises from the ashes. So, kind of like I was mentioning before, like not having confidence growing up, just getting through hard shit. I was born of the ashes. Beautiful. And yeah, it's just, I think this is very symbolic of my life. If you're not familiar with the phoenix in Greek mythology, it's really good. And you should look it up. Will you guys ever visit Guatemala? Yes. Yes, we will. We don't know yet when yet, but we will. I have some secret plans in mind, but I cannot say it out to the public yet. So, were you bullied or something? Would that be considered bullying? My family?
I think bullying works for family. Yeah.
I think, okay, so I don't know. I was just thinking because I was like, a lot of times you think of bullying in school, but like I said, I was the youngest of 6 kids, and I just got my ass kicked literally like every fucking day. Like I would show up to school with like black eyes and fat lips, and
And the girl on the bus, called her La Bruja que no se peina.
yeah, and then I got made fun of a lot because I didn't do my hair. I mean, I still don't. I just finished working out, but I figured out how to do my hair now, you know? Um, but I would say mostly a lot of my hard life, I would say, was because of my family. They didn't really set me up for success as far as confidence goes. They always called me like ugly and like shitty, and I was like a piece of shit type of thing. So it wasn't a good family, or no child should be hearing that when they're like 4, you know.
Oh, that's not even what he was
Oh, sorry.
talking about.
I just started telling you my life story. Okay, well, now you know. Okay, do you notice any real differences between Mexican, Chepi? Yes, I do. I noticed a lot of shit differently between Mexican and Guatemalan Spanish. Um, so this is a funny story. So there's this word called wanakiar, and it kind of means just to like fuck around, just waste time, just screw around. And there was this one time at my job that I mostly worked with Mexicans. I was like, like I want to go wanakiar, which means like I want to go like fuck around. I was like, I want to go to Marshalls and wanakiar and just like go through the stores and just go through the aisles. And then my friend who's Mexican was like, that's literally not a word. And I was like, yeah, it is. And then we got into this huge ass argument. She's like, you're just making shit up, because I do make shit up. I will say, like, a lot of the time I do make a lot of random shit up. But she's like, no, you don't. And then so we started like asking people, everyone around the clinic, but that was stupid of me because everyone at my job is fucking Mexican. So everyone was like, no. Then I eventually just called my mom and I was like, Mom, tell Alicia that wanakiar is a Guatemalan word. And yeah, she did. And there's been a lot of instances in that situation where I had to call my mom and be like, yo, shut this bitch up.
What's the other one? What's it? Capuchica?
Puchica, and the other one puchica. So in puchica, you use that in a way where it's just like you're kind of like frustrated. It would be the equivalent of just being like, "Fuck, man," or like puchica, vos. Like I don't know how to really explain it. I just know how to like use it in context. But yeah, puchica, that was fun. I love a lot of Guatemalan words because I feel like they're more fun. Like guanaquiar, puchica, chuco means dirty. Yeah, so it's just that. Are you close with your parents? I'm very close with my mom now. Um, it took a long time to get here, but it took years and years of hard work. My dad and I had a very strange relationship. I went through like 2 years of just literally like not talking to my dad at all, like zero contact. He used to make rules for my mom that she wasn't allowed to hang out with me, and my mom used to have to like lie and just make shit up about like, oh, sorry, the car broke down, or oh, I was getting groceries, or it's just random stuff when she went to hang out with me. To me, it's like, that's so fucking wild, you know? Like, why you gotta lie to hang out with your daughter? Anyway, she had to do that for those 2 years. And then slowly and slowly, my dad, I set really strict boundaries. And then a little bit at a time, I opened up more and more to my dad. And now we're getting there. We're not like super duper close, but we talk now, and it's not weird, and it's getting better, and I think Jalen helped a lot with that too. I don't know how or what he did, but I think just the fact that Jalen speaks Spanish and wanted to speak Spanish to be able to communicate with my parents, he helped and my dad loved that about him, and so my dad started communicating more with him. Excuse me. And so yeah, it was cool. Let's see. Do you remember your first date with Jalen and how it went? Jalen, do you want to talk about this? Do you want the public to know? Public, do you want to know? Please comment.
Yeah,
we.
No. That's not considered a date.
It's not a date?
Actually, I really don't care. I'm just gonna deny it anyways. But he said puchica en Colombia. I don't know.
Oh, puchica en Colombia también. Ey, parcero. En Guatemala, cuate.
That just means it's like an indigenous word.
Oh, that would make sense. Was it X-rated? No. It was like disgusting rated. Like, motherfucker got so drunk. He was just puking all night. Just puking. Like, I was supposed to be dog sitting for a friend. And I was like, hey, just come through. My friend's cool that you come over. We had already been FaceTiming for like a month. Because at the time, I traveled with work. And I was in Colorado for a month. And I was FaceTiming him for a month. So by the time we like saw each other in person, we already had like a month's worth of a relationship. And so we saw each other in person. I was like, hey, yeah, come through. I was like, we can like watch a movie or like some shit, drink a little bit, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, this motherfucker decides to drink a whole fucking wine bottle. And this motherfucker didn't look at the percentage of the wine. It was 17%. So no shit, motherfucker was gonna be fucking drunk as hell.
Pause the story. When have y'all ever seen a wine bottle that was 17%? I don't really be drinking like that, and when I do, it's just wine. But it was like 8% wines, like at the gas station and stuff. So like,
yeah, you should read.
I'm pretty big, so I could drink a whole bottle of 8%, and you know, you just get like, just kind of chilling. So I just chugged that drink.
He did, and I was like, first off, I wanted some of that.
I was like,
I literally wanted some of that, and this motherfucker again. He didn't fucking eat shit before he started drinking.
That's because I had worked out and I was trying to make it there on time.
And mind you, he was already like 2 hours late. Luckily, I was already at the house just chilling, so I didn't really care. But yeah, so our night basically consisted of this motherfucker puking and me giving him some tea.
Did you see me throw up?
Yes, I did. And he was like, ugh. And then I would try to walk in the bathroom to help him. And this man would just like jump right up and be like, I'm fine. Like, all big and tough, like, I'm
chilling.
fine.
That was
He's
good.
like,
She thought I was throwing up. I wasn't throwing up.
I was like,
I was
bruh.
chilling. Big chilling.
Like, wow.
So anyways,
That's when you knew he was the one. Actually, no. After then, I was very highly concerned. I was like, do I want to pursue something with this man? Because to me, when you meet someone for the first time, or I guess in person, you want to put your best foot forward, you know? You want to be like, leave good impressions. And if that was the best impression he was giving me, I was like, oh, he's definitely an alcoholic and he has some major issues in his life, you know? And so I would remember texting my friend Takara, and I was like, I don't know about this one. I was like, I don't know. He just got super drunk and he was puking. And who does that the first time they meet someone? And she's just like, maybe he just drank too much and he got nervous, or I don't know, something. And she was the one giving him the benefit of the doubt. And she's like, you have to do best 2 out of 3 dates. You have to go on 3 dates. And if the next 2 are good, okay. But if the next one's terrible, okay, like, that's fine. So I went on the next 2. It was fine. Obviously, we're married now. But, ooh, this man almost lost me. This man almost lost me.
First impressions, I'm just me all the time. So there's that.
Yeah, so please don't be getting drunk on y'all's first date to the point where you're puking, because that's a terrible first impression.
Gracias, Carlos.
Just terrible. Who's it? Gracias, Carlos. That's my dad's name. Okay, a lot of Mexican slang comes from that word. Nahua? No sé. How do you say that?
Yeah.
Guachalote, which means filthy. Like guachalote, which means filthy. I guess chuco. Chuco would be filthy in Guatemala. That's when you knew it's okay, Jay. We've all been there. No, we haven't. I've literally never been there one day in my life. Literally never been there ever. I can hold my alcohol. Don't matter.
You always say this. You always say Medellin, and I'm like, we're not going to Medellin. It's Cali.
Cali. So. Yes. Hopefully, maybe soon. We don't know yet.
We know. We're making it happen by any means necessary.
Yeah? Oh, I didn't know it was by any means necessary.
You know how you can help Planet Mulan? You can sign up for training. You'll be footing like the front half of our bill to go there. If you don't sign up, then we're probably gonna stay in Seattle and get robbed by homeless people. So, when is the lease up?
Our lease is up at the end of August. So,
exactly.
But we're supposed to re-sign at the beginning of August, so we'll have a decision before then.
We're not re-signing, bro. We're leaving. Maybe you got some good news about remote jobs. But, like I said, if not,
yeah. So,
either way, we're out of here.
do you use el tuteo or el voceo?
Voceo.
Voceo? I don't even know what either of those words mean. What does that mean?
Like saying tu or vos. Her mom and dad use vos.
Oh, voceo. Oh, I thought this was like a tutor. I was like, a tutor, tuteo. I was like, tutor. I was like, I don't know what voceo is. Yeah. Definitely my family uses vos.
But she doesn't.
I don't use vos, no.
I was literally just talking to her. Well, I guess I wasn't just. That was like a month ago.
I was gonna say.
Asking her mom why none of her kids use vos. And then she just said it wasn't really practical because y'all live around a bunch of Mexicans.
Yeah. I was gonna say I grew up with Mexicans, so I heard tu my whole life. I remember when I was still a trainer, I trained these Guatemalan people, and it was like 5 of them, and they got mad at me because they're like, "Why are you saying tu? Tu eres guatemalteca," and they're like, "You need to say vos," and I was
but
like,
"They probably didn't say tu eres. They probably said vosos."
"There you go, there you go." Vos eres guatemalteca. So yeah, that tells you. Like I grew up with Mexicans, so I speak mostly Mexican terminology. I'm asking a girl. That's me. Do you like living in Seattle, Axa? So Seattle is home for me. So I will always love my home. Um, it's unfortunate that over the past 10 years, Seattle has changed night and day. Like I remember being in high school, being able to just bus down to downtown Seattle, hang out, like go get coffee, hang out with my sister, and bus back down. Now you couldn't pay me enough to take a bus to downtown Seattle and hang out. Like anytime someone invites me to go to Seattle, I'm like, ooh, I'm like questioning everything. I'm like questioning the plans. I'm like, I don't know if I can go to Seattle just because like a lot of the crime has increased. Unfortunately, the homelessness has increased as well, which has made it so there's so many homeless in camps around, which I don't care. I don't mind homeless people, obviously, but what that entails is there's more crime. They attack more people. They break into people's cars. Obviously, this is sometimes, not all the time, but there's been plenty of times I've been harassed by them. Some of them are like, hey, I'll take care of your car if you pay me $20. I'm like, you're gonna break into my car if I don't pay you $20. Like, there's just drugs and needles on the ground. And so it's just not a suitable place for a lady to be walking around at night, especially smaller women. I know I look swole on camera, but I'm like 5'2" in real life, so there's that. So all that to say, it's not what it used to be, and yes, it has increased in inflation. It's very expensive now. Used to not be this expensive, which is very, very sad because existing is hard out here. So, vos sos guatemalteca.
I don't know why. Sauce and soy don't have nothing to do with each other. Sauce is like the equivalent of eres, like.
Vos sos guatemalteca. Doesn't that make sense?
People who use vos say sauce, not soy. Those are not the same words. Like, I don't know.
You see, this is where I don't know enough Spanish rules, where I'm just like, I just be speaking from the heart. And if it makes sense, it makes sense. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And you know what? I don't care. Their intonations is also different. Did I say that word? No, it's attonation. 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 What the?
I don't really.
I'm not.
Well, maybe.
Antonated.
Spanish keyboard because intonation.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know. Yeah, you're using some big words out here. I'm gonna need you to talk to me like I'm 5. I'm just kidding.
Oh, there you go, San Antonio.
Yeah, Guatemalans are usually short. You're right. The indigenous folks, we were pretty short out here. Yeah. Yesterday, Axa, you said people mispronounce San Antonio. No, I was like, do I want to say it wrong? Okay, San Antonio. San Antonio. San Antonio. They'll be like, San Antonio.
Bro, if somebody's speaking English, they're gonna say San Antonio.
San Antonio. San Antonio. Ooh, the burgers are here. Do you want to go get it?
Not really.
Neither do I. YouTube, tell us who should get it. Pick him.
Whoever you pick to go get the food, the opposite person is gonna stay and talk to you. So first.
So if you pick Jalen, I'm staying. If you pick me, I will leave. I will take my L.
You put on there is going to go get the burger.
Yeah. So put Jalen needs to go get the food downstairs. Yeah, in Spanish.
7.
I pick 4.
I have the number.
No, I have the lucky number.
No, he said I have the number. He literally said the words. I have the number. That's what I'm saying.
7 was my number? I was right. Go get the food.
I said 7.
I said 7.
You're crazy.
You're
See,
crazy.
remember how I said she lies? Like, I literally said 7 and she said 4.
I
Or
said
something.
7.
No, bro, you can't trick
You
me. I
literally
literally
heard?
always pick 7.
I literally always, cause 7, you go to heaven on the 7th day. God rested. It's biblical.
Planet Moolah. What
Hold
did
on.
I say?
My bestie's calling me, so I'm gonna go. Bye.
Crazy.
Hello.
You gonna get the burgers?
Hold on 1 second. I have to go pick up the burgers on DoorDash.
I guess it's Argentines that say vos sos.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, anyone that uses voceo is gonna say vos sos. Vos sos is the equivalent of tu eres, right? Because vos is the replacement for tu. Sos is the replacement for eres. So vos sos whatever. Vos sos malo. Vos sos cucho. Vos sos boludo. Bro. Oh, you talking about Axel said 4. I was about to say, I 100% said 7. I always say 7, like, no matter what. Where did we order from? I don't know. Because I was supposed to start my live at 6, right? I was going to start my live at 6. I was going to do it with Will. I was going to get off of here at 7. And I was going to order the food at 7. I was going to order wherever I wanted to order from. That whole plan got messed up, right? So I started this at 7. And I just texted her and I said, hey, you order the food because I'm going to start the live. So I don't know where she ordered it from. She just asked me what I wanted. And I just said, give me the biggest burger. So there's a Guatemalan mega church pastor named Cash Luna. He says there are 2 things you take to church, your Bible and your wallet. I don't really like mega churches, man. Not a fan. They're all some scammers to me, man. Big time scammers, man. Like, my dad is the equivalent of a pastor. Her dad's a pastor. But they're like, little league. Where it's actually like a community and you probably see where a lot of the money goes to. But, mega churches, man. These dudes are flying on private jets. They got huge mansions, and it's like, bro, like that money is obviously coming from the people in your church, and you're probably not giving them what they need. Like that money inflow from the community is supposed to fix stuff. It's supposed to help people in times of need and stuff like that. I don't really think it's for the pastor to live in a mansion. That's just my opinion. His accent is pretty different than other Guatemalans. I don't know what he sounds like, so I can't comment. But I mean, anyone that's in the business of mega churching, they're usually not gonna talk with their real accent. Just like anyone on the news or something. You could watch Dominican news and say like, this is in the Dominican Republic, but they're not gonna talk like the typical Dominican accent, even though there's a lot of Dominican accents, but you know what I'm saying. They're not gonna talk typically because they're doing something that's a public service announcement, and so you have to talk more clear. You want to pronounce stuff a little bit better, stuff like that. So, ready?
Okay, 9.
We'll wait till she gets off the phone, and then I'll end the live. Oh, she closed the door, so I guess she's not ready yet. Any pastor that changes his first name to Cash is suspect. For sure. I'm not dumb. Yes, I know the difference between then and then. Yeah, I mean, I don't really pay attention to stuff like that. I know the difference in communication is communication. If you're understood, that's all that really matters. If this was like a graded paper, I would mark it wrong, obviously. But in a chat, like, who cares? Autocorrect changes shit half the time. There's been a few times, man. autocorrect has changed which there I've used. Never been so livid in my life, bro. I'll tweet something and like 8 hours later, I'll see that it changed like the possessive there to they are with the apostrophe, and I was like, bro, what? I didn't type that, bro. Like now you got me looking uneducated, bro. It's like some viral tweet or something. I'm like, damn, you know. I am eventually gonna eat, but she's on the phone with her best friend, so I'm gonna just wait till she gets off the phone and she comes out of the room, and then I will say goodbye. And as far as tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know yet, but I'll try to. If I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'll try to schedule it early so that you have enough time to see that I'm gonna do it. Cause it will be at a weird time tomorrow, just because it's Saturday. So,
Okay.
you ready?
Yes.
All right, we out. Thanks for attending today. I'll see y'all maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know.